All right, if it ever happened to you when you were in school, you know what it was like, or maybe you were the one doing the bullying. According to statistics, a child is bullied on a school playground every 7 minutes, which ultimately causes some kids to not want to go to school. With us now to talk about the problems, how parents can help keep kids safer, give them more of a sense of security. Erika Sharon Karras, the best-selling author of Mean Chicks, Cliques, and Dirty Tricks. Interesting title. Should be an interesting book. Dr. Karras, were you bullied or were you bullied? I mean, were you the bully or were you bullied?
I was the innocent bystander of World War II in Germany, seeing the destruction and the unfairness and the injustice that took the lives of innocent people. And from childhood on, I grew up saying, one day I'm going to make sure that kids can grow up in a world without injustice and unfairness, without having a chance to really be the best they can be and reach their potential. And this book takes the stories of 1,000 girls who tell how they were bullied and couldn't reach their potential and couldn't achieve what they wanted to achieve.
Most people will say that, unfortunately, bullying is just, and being bullied or being the bully is just a part of growing up.
But Barry, let us be realistic that there is a solution. Remember, some years ago there was polio, and everybody said, well, polio is a disease and it'll kill so many people, and we came up with a solution.
Disease or human nature, though.
But there is a disease of the mind. The mindset is wrong. Right now there are 3 things that are making bullying so much worse. Number 1 is we have given weapons to teenagers, technological weapons, cell phones and the internet. And number 2, we give them ammunition, which is the culture, the vulture culture, where kids just are sarcastic and tease one another and no one stops them, leading to suicide, as you know. And number 3, which is my last point, we give them time to use those weapons because we underparent them. They're on their own, many of them.
Which points to the heart of the problem. This goes back to parenting in the fact that little Johnny is not the little angel at school that he is at home.
That he pretends to be at home. But we have solutions now, and we need to implement them because there are other nations, such as Finland and Norway, who are ahead of us in implementing a first grade curriculum, a 4th grade, a 7th grade, and 11th grade curriculum. And we need to start early. For that reason, I wrote the children's book that fights
Kiki the Mean Chick.
And there's Kiki the Mean Chick.
Let me ask you this, because of the technological advances, the immediacy that kids are able to communicate with one another when they're not around, because of the internet, because of texting and everything else, does it make it worse? Because if you're being bullied, cyberbullied, you can go back and read that over and over and over. Does it just make it that much worse?
It makes it worse because the internet texting is 24/7. It used to be just on the playground. You'd go home and forget about it. You cannot forget it now. Now it hits you, and that's why we're taking AIM. AIM stands for, A, of course, stands for advocate. Advocate for the target. We need to be able to advocate for the target. And E stands for eliminate bullying. Just go up to someone and say, Barry, stop it.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
In your case, we don't, because
no, I mean, no, that's what you would tell them.
That's what you tell, of course. And finally, we need to teach our youngsters to mediate conflicts themselves, because they need to have those 3 skills, Barry. If they have those 3 skills, we will not have any need for the Mean Chicks book anymore, nor for the
Well, that'll put you out of work, but that wouldn't be a bad thing.
But that would be a wonderful thing.
All right. Mean Chicks, Cliques, and Dirty Tricks. Dr. Sharon Karras. I'm gonna read this. I think it'll be interesting.
And I hereby would like for you to have that.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in this morning. We appreciate it. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk